ゴッドインパクト大使海底魔法エアショットさあ潰れろ三流イカがまさか高貴なる僕がこんなことはありえない
Ossan Newbie Adventurer, we're on episode number 3, and the honeymoon phase after this point is over. Episode 3 is going to be the episode where a lot of people really decide if they're going to keep watching this show or not. And I really think most folks, including you and myself, are going to fall into one of 3 categories. We're either going to deem it, it's just not for me. We're going to really like it. And we're going to say, like, yeah, maybe it's with the understanding of, like, okay, yeah, this isn't the best thing I've ever seen, but it's watchable, and I'm having a good time watching it. And then the third camp is going to be the camp of, I don't know if I really like this at all kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things to where it's just, like, it's either you like it, you don't like it, or you're still kind of on the fence about it. And I really think that's kind of where I'm landing right now, because I'm one part negative and then one part, like, okay, I can still see that after we get over this initial hump, there might be something good. But I'm having some serious problems with this. So this episode was all about Rick getting his license, and he faces off against this A-rank adventurer. And initially, I think it was either last week or maybe I'm pretty sure it was on episode 2. I had mentioned, like, Rick is completely ignorant of everything that goes on within the guild, that goes on within parties, that goes on between, S rank and A ranks and B ranks. And I think we both speculated, because I talked to you guys in the comments, and maybe you were one of the ones that kind of talked back and forth with me. I think we speculated, okay, like, maybe he worked in the guild, but he wasn't, like, the receptionist. Maybe he was, like, one of, like, the background guys. Like, maybe he did some paperwork, some filing. Maybe he did whatever. But this episode introduced the girl with, the big assets, and she legitimately said, oh, no, me and Rick worked as a guild receptionist. So just off the bat, just off the cuff, you can do one of 2 things. You can either turn your brain off and go, well, doesn't matter. Or you go on the opposite side and you go like, what the hell? Because for his ignorance to make sense, it's impossible if you're the face of the guild, right? Because that's what a guild receptionist is. I think you can see it in all kinds of different anime. Konosuba, Mushoku Tensei, anything that involves a guild and parties and adventures. The guild receptionist is the person's, kind of like entrance, or like they're the face of the guild. Like they know everything about the guild. They assign the missions, they assign the ranking tests, they understand all of that. So it's like, okay, how can he be completely ignorant to the fact that he's stronger than these people? How can he be ignorant to the fact of like just all the stuff that he's just kind of like it just makes no sense to me. And that's kind of like one of my big sticking points where I'm like, I don't know. Like my negativity might outweigh my positivity with this show, because how do I get over that mental gymnastic of like him just having no idea what he's doing, but at the same time he was the face of the guild before, and he did it for, I think they said 15 years or something like that. So like it's impossible. It just doesn't make sense to me. And there's no rationale that anybody can tell me that the dude who would assign missions, assign ranking tests, that would talk to adventurers on a daily, wouldn't understand his power gap, his power level, wouldn't understand the ranking system, wouldn't understand kind of like how an F rank is different from an E rank than a C rank and an A rank. How would he not understand that the more powerful adventurers? How would he not it just doesn't make sense. He's only 2 years removed from the guild. So sure, things change in 2 years, but it's not like there's been a drastic revamp of the guild system. So that's a big problem I have. The other problem with the show is he goes in here to do his F to E rank. So now he's getting promoted to an E rank. So this episode, he totally obliterates this dude. And it took 11 minutes, by the way, for anything to actually happen, which is another, like, it feels like it's kind of like this anime is kind of wasting my time. But he goes in, he does his E rank promotion thing or whatever, and he obliterates an A rank, but he only ends up getting, they never fully like, they didn't never specifically say it, but essentially he gets promoted to E rank, but he beat an A rank. So you're telling me that the guild leader, the guild receptionist, the guild, whoever's handling rankings, you're telling me that they're going to be like, oh, this dude completely demolished one of our best A rank adventurers, but we're only going to give him E rank? That makes no sense to me. Sure, I'm sure there's rules and stuff, but I'm sure there's also exceptions to the rules to say, oh, well, okay, we can't promote him to A rank, but maybe we give him C or B rank because he obviously just defeated somebody who, again, we shouldn't even allow to be testing E ranks. An E rank is basically the dude who could beat a slime, okay? So that's my other problem with the episode is, or the show so far, is so the guild has absolutely no structure, that they just allow some maniacal, power-driven, power-hungry psychopath that's an A rank to just come in and demolish all of these little kids and E ranks and stuff. Again, the most of the folks are, you know, in their younger years, and they're like, they can barely kill a slime, but yet they have some psychopathic A rank going and like doing his like biggest spells on these kids. So there's zero structure, and even the guild receptionist is like, yeah, he's known as the E rank killer. It's like that doesn't, like, what the fuck? Like, doesn't make sense to me. So then that's just a whole nother bag of worms of like, and again, like I said, you could turn your brain off to any of this and just go, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to watch and, you know, maybe laugh a couple of times and call it, you know, but like the moment you begin to think about any of this stuff, it just ruins the whole anime for me. Then you have the other portion of it. Okay, like, okay, well, how did Rick get that strong? So then they run us through for the first 10, 11 minutes, which were boring to me. They run us through and basically how he went through hell and he died a bunch of times. Maybe that was a funny moment for a lot of folks. I didn't laugh. I was like, okay, he died. Essentially, the orc's power, his healing power is like, if he gets to him quick enough, he can basically revive somebody. So Rick died a bunch of times. And then we also found out that he went into like a hyperbolic time chamber. He Goku'd himself, and he basically trained in like a space magic, you know, where time was stopped, and who knows how long he trained there. So he did all of this stuff, and they were telling him like, oh, an F rank could do this. You know, they were like, you know, he like the orc was like, you know, he hit a rock and like it smashed, but it didn't completely smash to pieces. And he was like, come on, Rick, an F rank could do this. And then again, like, okay, so I get that mental, like the mental thing of saying like, oh, F ranks could do this and F ranks could do that, and, you know, beating him down. But he was a guild receptionist for 15 years. So did he never see what an F rank looked like? Did he never see what an A rank or an S rank or a B rank looked like and see the power gap on the missions they were completing? Again, it just makes absolutely zero sense to me. So I could complain about a few more things too, but I'm gonna let those ones be. I'm gonna let you guys tell me in the comments what you guys thought. I think where I'm landing with this one is like, how have my videos performed? I don't know. You guys tell me if you guys want to hear me, you know, talk about this week after week, you know, as the weeks go on. But I'm just not feeling super positive about covering this show, and I think this might be one of the ones, like, might be one of the first ones that I drop of the season. My episode number 2 video got 331 views, and then, which isn't not that great. First one did pretty well though, and I think the first episode was pretty good, so that kind of makes sense that more folks watch EP1 than EP2, because episode 1 was good, episode 2 was not. Well, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't like great. So I don't know, you guys let me know what you guys think, but if I had to kind of, you know, gun to the head, I'd be like, nah, I don't wanna. But, you know, we'll see on how it ends up going. Again, like, I think once it gets over this initial hump, I think it could get better. I just don't know if this is something that I want to come back every single week and watch. So that's kind of where I'm struggling with, is like the negatives just really outweigh the positive. And some of those things that normally I could turn my brain off to, like the moment you just think about them for like a second, they just ruin the whole show. And that's kind of where I am in the moment. It's like, okay, the moment I start thinking about the guild structure, or the fact that he spent 15 years at a guild, the fact that he was being told F-rates to do something where he knows they clearly cannot, the fact that he didn't realize till the end of the episode that, yeah, he might be stronger than an E rank, you know, the fact like that he's that dumb, that's a hard pill to swallow. You know, just the fact that he could see that he's with an S rank party, he could see what they do, and then once he began to be on par or on level with them, like, but he's still questioning how powerful he was. Like those are just things that it ends up being too much. I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. If you're watching it and you like it, let me know why. But based on what I've seen so far, 3 episodes in, I think the call might be to drop it. But depending how this video does, depending, how what you guys say in the comments, I may see you next week. All right, my friends. Stay up. Have a great day. Peace out.